Faith, the dog trainer here. I've had a couple of requests, so I'm going to make a video about the introduction of heel. And I want to preface that a lot of times people start this outside, on a leash, on the walk, and we need to back it up. It's just too much for the dog. And then the dog's not succeeding, not giving you a heel. And then the owner gets even more annoyed. Then they're pulling back on the leash. Heel, heel, heel. I see it all the time. It's really difficult to watch because I just think to myself, the dog doesn't understand what you want them to do. They're struggling. And instead of the owner realizing that, they just get more mad and yank back, like aggressively. And I get it. No one wants to be pulled on the leash. Heel is what I teach once the dog gives me a decent concept of walking nice on a leash. So walking nice on a leash is what is needed first. You don't start off with this immediate heel. Well, yes, if you've got more experience in your belt and you understand the difference, absolutely, you can start working with getting the puppy in a heel position. But I would say most people aren't really there yet, but yet their expectation is too high. And I might have to adjust this up, but I've got the camera angled a little bit lower because I actually want to show you more so where she's at. The huge part of this is, where do you want the puppy? So this is about teaching them placement. Hopefully I'm far enough back. I've got a lot of little treats broken up. Yes, treats. Especially, I'm treat focused as long as, first of all, Lacey cares about treats, so that's not going to be an issue. But also, so I have some incentive to keep them focused and motivated. But also because I can break these suckers up really small, and I'm going to continue to use these when I've made something more difficult for the dog. We've changed location, there's a different distraction, or I see that my dog's struggling. So while at first I use treats and then I fade them out over time so that as my dog can prove to me she's capable of giving me what I'm asking for, I don't want to be stuck having to use treats, and I understand that's a lot of people's concerns. But if I know I've been working on something, I'm going to try to space the timing of the treat apart. That doesn't mean that it's just all or nothing, like, well, I'm not having to give treats anymore. Or we use treats inside and then we go outside and we stop using treats. Well, that outside is where all the distractions are. So, all these little prefaces. First of all, I want my dog to give me, and maybe I'll go to the side. Heel is for the left. Oh, static electricity. My puppy just got shocked. So the left, meaning here on my left side. So you see where she's at here. Versus side, and I have a treat in my hand. She can lick this treat. Yes. You can add in, if you want, an auto sit. To me, that's, I personally don't care. So if you want that, great. So heel, I'm drawing a line of where I want her to be. And if you see, I know it's a little funny without my head here. I let my dog lick this treat. She does not actually get to eat it unless we take a little bit of a step. And I get that this is awkward with the timing, and you're like, side, heel, which one, where do I want my dog? She can only be here for a couple of steps or seconds at a time. That's okay. So I'm not really in motion right off the bat. It's just, where do I want the dog? Where is the heel position? So I'm making this easy. I'm showing her. I'm guiding her. I'm luring with the treat, and we step together. So heel is, this is where heel is. So that's where reward. I know I keep getting out of focus, out of the frame. Sorry, guys. I just practiced this first and foremost. I let my dog do whatever. This is her losing focus, going somewhere else. She knows I have food, so she's gonna stay focused. So eventually, after a bazillion times, I can say heel, and my puppy actually she does it for me. Right now, this is so new. I have to do the work for her, which is guiding, heel, and not everyone's gonna do that step forward. There's lots of different ways. Obviously online, there's a million different videos of how to do everything. So whatever kind of works better for you. Just sometimes it's about, oh, this motion's easier for me versus this motion's easier for me. So you find what works for you. So it's heel, side, and side. And I like my dog to give me a Yui so that they step into my space of wherever that is. That's my personal preference. So when we are just randomly in the house, I will ask, heel. And right there, I did not have any food. And that's because I was testing her since we just done it a handful of times. If my dog can give me the same response without side, without there actually being food, I still need to reward. I've got some treats up here. So that tells me the light bulb is going off and she's starting to understand what I want. So I randomly practice, not only, first of all, super easy kindergarten version, using a treat to guide the dog into position. That starts to get easy and predictable and they start offering. That means that I can start to reward later when the dog gives me this behavior, which means slightly more advanced is when I ask for the side, she gives me that without having to be lured, guided into place with the treat, and I can reward when she's actually done it. Next step is in position, literally one step. Side. So I would actually be saying side as I was walking, but I was already talking. This is in motion. At first, it is not in motion. So I really hope that I can simplify this for people because usually we're just doing way too much. So I would like into a heel. When she's here, then it's actually one step. So for me, like I mentioned, it's much easier for me to kind of place my hand, just literally a pendulum of where this treat goes. Some people want their hand to reach across their body to reward. You have to be careful of doing that because I don't want to unintentionally create a dog jumping up. So I'm not holding the treat here. I'm not doing this motion. It's treat to nose, and she's following the scent. So it's one step, literally baby steps, guys. So I know you're like, I just want to go for a walk. I just want my dog to heel. And if I break that down to you, that's like going window shopping and never looking at anything of what compared to what we're asking a dog to do. They're outside in the world where there's all these good smells and distractions, and we are saying, just ignore everything. It's not a big deal. So it is. That's why this is so difficult. This is why this is such a struggle for so many people. You are asking your dog to ignore absolutely everything. And honestly, since they're this height, where all the good smells are, down low, where the dogs have peed and there's birds and squirrels and all sorts of scents everywhere, that's what you were in competition with. Not to mention the squirrel. I just made a video this morning about walking and the squirrel ran right in front of us and how to address that when you're walking nice on a leash. So it's about increments. Simple, short and sweet, and I know we just want to get to that. I've been working on this for a year kind of thing. But she's going to live to be 15. This is her kindergarten. I need to remember that. Just keep at it, guys.